Have you noticed how a plate of economy rice in KL now costs as much as a cafe meal 5 years ago? With inflation hitting Malaysian food and medicine harder than ever, the magic retirement number has officially shifted. And here's the scary truth. Your parents might have retired on 300,000, but if you're trying to do that today, you'll be driving Grab at 70, between 12% medical inflation and the insurance bomb that triples your premium the moment you turn 65, the old rules are dead. Are you like most Malaysians just hoping your EPF will magically last until you're 80? I've spent the last 1 month crunching the real data of 2025 for Malaysian cost of living, from the Cukup Makan budget to the living my best life lifestyle. By the end of this video, you will know your magic number better than 99% of the people in this country. Okay, I'm going to show you a location cheat code that could shave 300,000 off your goal instantly. I was sitting at a mamak last night, staring at a plate of 12 ringgit nasi lemak, which used to be 6, and it hit me. My parents' retirement plan was basically a fairy tale for our generation. They retired on $300,000. They bought a house with the price of a modern Myvi and lived off a pension or an EPF balance that actually had purchasing power. We don't have that luxury anymore. If you're checking your EPF statement once a year, seeing a 6-figure number and thinking it looks okay, you're likely sleepwalking into a disaster. Most of us are just winging it. You see that an uncle in your family who is now retired at 55 and now driving Grab at 63, he didn't do that for fun. He did it because the maths didn't add up. Or maybe it's you, scrolling your phone at 2 AM doing mental maths that ends in cold sweat. So the game has changed and our insurance premiums triple at the moment we turn 65, and the inflation now eats into our savings faster than we can replenish them. But here's the good news, you still have time. But only if you stop guessing and find your real numbers. Retirement in Malaysia basically comes into 3 flavors. Okay, Tier 1, the Cukup Makan life. This is the bare minimum. You're alive and fat, but that's about it. Okay? Breakfast at Kopitiam, never the cafe. Government clinics for everything. Netflix at home because cinema is too expensive. Occasional mama with your friends, but you're checking the price of teh tarik. Monthly expenses about 2,000 to 2,400. To survive this, you need roughly 700,000. This is survival mode. One medical emergency or a broken gearbox and your entire month is ruined. Alright, so now let's talk about Tier 2, the comfortable auntie or uncle. Now this is the sweet spot. This is the goal for most Malaysians. Eating out 3 times a week at a decent place, private clinics to avoid brutal 4-hour wait at the GH, a yearly trip to Penang or maybe even Bangkok. Okay, helping the kids a bit without stressing. Monthly expenses, 3,500 to 4,000 $. You will need 1.2 million ringgit. This is a baseline for a life where you don't have the stress about the price of groceries. Now finally, the last tier, I call it living my best life. Now this is Instagram retirement. Regular dining at a nice restaurants, okay, fully private healthcare, no compromise, regional traveling, Bali, Japan, Europe, hobbies with actual budgets like golf or photography. Monthly expenses, 6,000 and above. You will need 2 million ringgit or more. Most won't hit this, and that's fine. But if this is the dream, then that, my friend, is the price tag. Here is the part that actually destroys people, the healthcare bomb. If you think 800,000 is enough, let me tell you what actually happens. I've seen cases where a person was paying 500 a month for insurance at the age of 64. And the day they turned 65, the premium jumped to 2,000. Now that's a 275% increase overnight. Medical inflation in Malaysia is hovering around 12 to 15% a year. While your EPF grows for only 5 to 6%, your medical costs will move twice as fast. One heart surgery in a private hospital can cost up to 100,000. That is your entire I'm going to travel the world fund getting deleted in a single weekend. This isn't being pessimistic, it's maths. Okay, you need to budget an extra 500 ringgit a month just to stay alive after 70. However, there is one hack that blows people's mind. Location arbitrage. If you live in KL and want to be comfortable uncle life, okay, you need 1.2 million. But if you move to Ipoh, Taiping or Malacca, you can have the exact same life for 850k. Now that's a 350k difference just by changing your address. Same nasi lemak, same weather, but 30% cheaper. Okay? Renting in KL is about 2,500 for a decent condo, but in Ipoh, you can get a landed house for about 1,000. Right? If you're short of your retirement goal, geography is the easiest variable to change. Here's how to figure out your retirement in 3 steps. Step number 1, pick your monthly number. Frugal, 2,500, comfortable, 4,000, or atas at 6,000. Okay, so let's stick to 4,000 for the example right? And step number 2 is multiply that by a magic number of 25. Take your annual spending, for example, 4,000 times 12 equals to $48,000, and multiply it by 25. That will create you 1.2 million. Now, why 25? It's based on a rule of 4%. It means you can lightly live off that pile for 30 years without running out. Okay, and then step 3, subtract what you already have coming in. You don't need to save 1.2 million if you already have other incomes. If your IPF already gives you $800 a month and rental of your room gives you $500 a month, you will only need to cover 2,700 from your actual savings. The new maths, 2,700 times 12 times 25 equals 810k. Every 500 of passive income that you build now saves you 150,000 in your final target. Add 20% back on top. So let's say, for example, now you have 810k, times that by 1.2, that means 972k. Let's just call it 1 million. That buffer is for the leaky roofs, right? The sudden medical bill. Now for the part that stinks. Pull out your phone, open your APF app. What's the balance? Don't round it up. What's the real number? Now compare it to the target we just calculated. What's the gap? If the gap is 200,000, you're doing great. Stay consistent. Don't touch the money, right? If the gap is 200,000 to 500,000, you need to get serious, okay? Increase your contributions or start a side hustle now. If the gap is 500,000 and over, you have either 2 choices. Either dramatically increase your income today or start getting used to the Cukup Makan lifestyle. The biggest mistake is thinking, I'll figure it out later, okay? If you're already 40, right, and you only have 15 or 20 years left, the maths gets brutal the longer you wait. Starting at 30 and saving 1,000 a month is easy. Starting at 45 and trying to hit 1 million is a mountain. The second mistake is thinking 500,000 is a lot of money. It sounds huge until you realize it only gives you about 1,700 ringgit a month. Try living with 1,700 ringgit a month in 2025 in KL with a medical condition, you can't. And I will just work longer is a dangerous plan. Your body or the job market might decide otherwise when you're already hitting 65. So here's the reality. Most Malaysians will retire with less than 300,000 in their EPF. Most Malaysians actually need 1 million. Now that means most Malaysians are fundamentally screwed. Your parents' generation has a safety net. The good news is you still have time, but only if you start today. Not after your next bonus, not the next year. Now, if you're afraid of being too far behind your retirement fund, come join our free workshop. We're going to show you exactly how to bridge the gap and speed things up without needing a miracle. The link is in the description below. See you there.